Hello everyone, my name is Wycliffe Nyofonga and I'm an NGO fundraising expert. Now today I want to talk to you about 7 things that we have done to permanently secure grants for our NGO. We have done a list of 7 things that ensures that whether rain or sunshine or whatever the circumstance, our NGO will always raise grants. And I want to speak to you about these 7 things that I believe will also help you to put your NGO in the path of financial sustainability. Now, this requires some amount, a little amount of investment in your time, research, resources, but the end result is something that you can appreciate. We have done it. We have done each and every single step, and we have iterated them and tested them, and they all work just as we had simulated. Number one, I have ensured that the NGO we are working with is a member of at least 2 consortiums. For people who don't understand consortiums, it just means that 2 or 3 or 4 organizations can come together, and then they form what is called a joint platform that they use to apply for funds, especially when the amount of resources expected is bigger than one NGO to implement. So what we've done is that we identified 2 international NGOs, and then we engaged in an agreement. So at least once a year, each of them, we do what is called joint application, and we have programs that we are implementing jointly. So this is something that I would strongly propose. Of course, to confederate or to become a partner of a consortium partner of international NGO, they will need a lot of credibility, something that we have explained over and over in other videos. So identify at least 3 or 5 NGOs, or just go to international NGO or any NGO which has got what we call programmatic alignment and request for formation of what is called consortia. The best strategy is to come together as local NGO, national NGO, about 3 or 4 of you, design what you want to do, and then identify at least 5 NGOs donors that you approach and bring on board. There are programs you will implement jointly, there are programs that you implement as individual. Using that strategy, if you succeed, you will get at least 1 grant. In fact, 2, if the consortium are 2, at least 2 grants per year. That's number 1. Number 2, we've developed what is called fundraising strategy or fundraising policy, and we've linked it up with strategic plan. So the fundraising policy helps us to achieve strategic plan. In the fundraising policy, we've not developed a generic fundraising policy. We've developed what is called implementable fundraising policy. What this means is that what is our activity, what is our source of grant, what is the strategy of implementing it, who is responsible, by what time. We even develop what is called safety measures, checks and balances. If this does not work, what do we do to ensure that we have result? So once you have a fundraising policy which guides your fundraising process, it will always result in an answer. Now, number 3 is that we do what is called a quarterly gap assessment. Some of you have heard me talk about research and dissemination. Every quarter we generate gap in the sector we are working with, and we request for to present to at least 10 donors in the sector in which we operate. We just tell them that we did this research, this is the gap that we want to bring to your attention. Some of them request the document, some of them request us to go and do presentation. Once we do presentation, most donors often want to work with you to respond to the gap, especially if your research is credible. So we always do, every year we do at least 3 gap assessment. We do at least 20 presentation to prospective donors. We send the gaps to at least 50 donors, just telling them the gap. We are not interested in partnership only, but to bring to their attention the gap in the community. Number 4 is impact data with prospective partners. Those who we work with, anytime we have generated evidence or lesson learning, we share with them so that they can scale this lesson learning. And we discover that most donors want you to help them scale that, especially if the impact data is generated and there is evidence of quality. Number 5 is that we always map and attend at least 2 global events and 2 local events for networking. Most of these events, because I'm in Nairobi, most of these events, the global events, and I ensure that I attend the ones in Nairobi. But then our team also has generated resources to attend at least 1 international event outside Nairobi. By the time we are visiting this, we have what is called the impact document and all the documents I've talked about. So it is easy to engage a prospective donor with this document and create partnership. And number 6, we have trained ourselves in what is called writing a technical proposal, which cannot fail. We don't just write technical proposal, but we check all the due diligence, eligibility, criteria, all the factors that confirms to us that we qualify. Once we do that and sit down together as a team, we do a technical proposal which does not fail. But we don't just choose any application or call for proposal. We only choose those that we are satisfied. So you can do this. We have trained previously now to write a proposal which never fail. And then that is number 6. Number 7, we always do what is called social enterprising. We've identified at least 3 programs that generate resources for us. Under our what we call sustainability policy, we have different programs with our partners we are working with also as well. This generates resources. We have opened up what is called a resource center, a cyber cave, which is linked to AI platform that people can register and access at the time of their choosing, but then they pay monthly premium. So payment of rent, utilities, and all this stuff is something that we do comfortably because we have 3 social enterprises that are running. We believe that these are, we will look at this and some people will think that these are normal strategy, but they're not. If you take all the 7 strategies, become a member of consortium, develop practical fundraising policy, number 3, quarterly gap assessment and presentation to donors, and number 4, impact data with prospective partners, especially for projects that you're running, and then you map and attend at least 4 events per year, 2 local and 2 global. Local does not mean national, it can mean regional, and then now you sharpen your skills on writing effective proposal writing as well as inculcating social enterprises. I want you to tell me how you fail to have permanent grant. Go and put this into practice. Practice them, iterate them over and over again. If you have any question, you can reach out to us so that we engage together. But these are issues that are very critical. For those who are not following us, go to LinkedIn and choose Wycliffe Nyafonga, and let's learn fundraising together. Thank you. Bye for now. See you in the next video.